Couple of things. Adrian Messenger found something big in the old 1987 Pump Up the Volume track by Mars. You know, Mars, the god of war. Pumping it in. This is awesome. I mean, rhythmic, systemic, and world control, magnetic, hello, genetic, dement your soul. Put the needle on the record. You've got world control, magnetic, yeah, you know what that is, related to the needle. Dement your soul, genetic, systemic. Gee whiz. So that's a really good one by Adrian Messenger there. Okay, now, just a little thing. Also in the vaccine is graphene, which is used as a spray coating for cars. Have a nice little 33 there as well. It is also, apart from being a protect your car with graphene, hold on, that's something else. Anyway, there you go. Functionalized graphene oxide serves as a novel vaccine. See? So you can guarantee that graphene is in the vaccine, but it's also in batteries. Let me see. And it's in face masks. Graphene's face masks. And this is a battery. It's in many batteries. Graphene batteries. And that's in you if you've been vaccinated. And then there's the smart hydrogel polymer, obviously, as you can see, vaccine, graphene oxide in the vaccine. Alright, so, hold on, let's carry on. There it is again. New hydrogel, like I said 5-6 months ago in my video about the ingredients of the new RNA vaccine. Hydrogel contains a new smart hydrogel polymer which stretches and contracts like a heat-driven muscle. Look. Because of this, they can swell and shrink in response to changes in the environment such as voltage, heat, and acidity. So basically, like I said before, they're going to swell in your veins under any conditions. And can you imagine when you fly? DVT? Wow. Now that could explain the 18 pilots. Well, we'll see. I'm not YouTube. I'm not saying anything. I'm not making any claims. Right. So here we go. Hydrogel swelling in a granular medium, and this is the video that I found from 2014. Drug delivery, vaccine delivery via hydrogel beads experiment. Right. And so this lab technician is showing you these swelling hydrogels. So you've got graphene, which, you know, as a spray coating for cars, and a battery, and part of a battery, and in face masks. And that's supposed to be in your veins now. Oh my goodness me. And the hydrogel polymer, and organomercury, and sorbitol, and formaldehyde, and sorbitol turns into formaldehyde in the blood anyway. And squalene, which is shark fish oil, which they say should not be injected. Extreme toxin, just like sorbitol. I mean, wow. What hasn't this vaccine got in it? And anyway, one last thing I wanted to mention. Only 6.5% of Russian people have gone for the vaccine. 6.5%. Now, how can they make their vaccine passport work based on figures as low as that? You know, this bias passport. If only 6.5% of people are going for it, how can they make that work? And then they start flying. And you know what happens then. Well, we'll see. This summer could be very interesting. I don't know. I just don't know. We'll see. But we'll know within a few weeks, eh? When suddenly you hear about people going on holiday and then sayonara. We'll see. I don't know. But I'm like I say, I've got no feelings for these people anymore because I've warned them. And there's that video by hold on. Turn Off Your TV News has come out with another really good one. Yeah, I want to add that as well. Hold on. Where is it? No, it's not that one. Yeah, this is it.
Lock a man in a dark room for 4 hours, then turn the lights on for 1 minute. Then lock him back in the darkness for another 4 hours, then turn the lights on again. Repeat this process, and every time that light comes on, expectancy and adrenaline will rush through his body. Every time the light goes off, dejection will sweep over him. After 2 days of this treatment, I promise you, he will say or do whatever you want in order to leave that room, because you will have broken his spirit. Well, the COVID lockdowns work on the same principle. Prevents people from doing the things they enjoy and seeing their loved ones. Then promise them it will all end soon. Then lock them down again, taking away these privileges once more. And soon you will have their compliance. And if you don't believe me, ask yourself this. How many people have you heard say, I only took the vaccine because I just want things to go back to normal?
Perfectly put. You understand, right? It's a bit like a slot machine. It takes for a long time, then it gives for a short time, then it takes for a long time, then gives for a short time, because it has to obey a percentage payout. It's a bit like that. Slot machines are really like buckets that fill and then tip over when they're full a little bit, and then they start filling again for a long period. But it's the same thing. It's like, it's all psychological warfare. They're just locking you down, which is martial law, curfew, etc., stopping you from travel, which is classic Bolshevik tactic all the way through, Bolshevik communism, and doing all of that, and then giving you a brief bit of hope, and then smashing it again and trying to break everybody. Yeah, that's what they're doing, and that's, he put that perfectly. One other thing I want to add to that. Let me think. Yeah, the people who have rushed off for the vaccine, I've noticed they're the most institutionalized people, the people who actually have the highest paid jobs. They're the people who somehow trust the system because they're being paid, and things money-wise have always been going okay for them. So they just trust it. It's like teachers and people who work in sort of government positions that are fairly well paid. You know, those are the first people to go for this vaccine. And again, I asked them, what are your motivations for taking this vaccine? And I said, look, is it because you're scared of the flu or you want to travel? And their answer to me immediately was a bit of both. Firstly, you cannot be scared of a cold or flu. And a cold or flu, a level 1 or a level 2 pathogen, is just not, cannot constitute a plague. It has to be a level 3 pathogen, like cholera, typhoid, or smallpox, for a start. You know, that's where the whole thing falls down immediately. But you know, they ignore you. They just ignore you. And secondly, being so naive to think that, oh, if you're injected, that everything will go back to normal, that you can travel, blah blah blah. You know, it's again showing a fundamental lack of understanding of this operation anyway. Real lack of understanding, because it's a control thing, and they will keep it going as long as they damn well wish, regardless of whether you, yeah, I mean, you want to travel to America or another country like England or wherever, or away from England, wherever you're going, whatever, yeah, you'll find that, oh yeah, you've been vaxxed, but guess what? You still need to be tested. I mean, oh, and there's that other thing, Boris. They said that Boris had it. He went off camera for 2 or 3 weeks and they said I was in intensive care. That's what they said, yeah. He had it. And then after about 3 weeks he comes back on screen like he'd had nothing. Yeah. Then you see him sitting there being injected with a vaccine. Oh, wait, hold on. Any doctor can tell you that if he's already had it, which they were saying that he's had it, he's developed natural immunity because he survived it, right? So he has natural immunity. So the very last thing he should have is a vaccine needle after surviving it. You see how nothing makes any sense? No medical sense. And Miss said, you know, they seem to have stopped the Holby City and the casualty programs because it would highlight the fact that none of this makes any medical sense. How can they run the story? They probably found that they couldn't. So they just canned them for now. House. Yeah? In your house. And he's wearing handcuffs. Locked in his house. Anyway, I could go on and on, but I just want to get a couple of those points through.